Listen to me, because we are talking about your money, your hard-earned security, and the banking world that is changing faster than most people can keep up with. You are at a stage in your life, whether you are already retired or you are just about to cross that finish line, where every single penny counts. You cannot afford to have your money stuck in limbo, and you certainly cannot afford to be surprised by limits you didn't know existed. You've heard of Novo. It's digital, it's sleek, it's the way of the future for small businesses and consultants. Many of you are starting encore careers or finally turning that lifelong hobby into a side business. You open a Novo account because there are no monthly fees, and that's smart. I love that. But then, the fear creeps in. You have a big check to deposit from a client, or maybe you're moving a large sum of money to fund your operations, and you ask yourself, what is the limit? Will they let me put my own money into my own account? Here is the bottom line. Novo is not like the big brick-and-mortar banks where you walk in, see a vault, and hand a stack of cash to a teller. Because Novo is a fintech, meaning they partner with Middlesex Federal Savings to hold your money, the limits aren't a single number written in stone. It is not one size fits all, and if you don't understand how they play this game, you are going to find yourself frustrated and blocked. First, let's talk about the big question: is there a maximum deposit limit? Technically, Novo says no. They do not have a cap on how much your account can hold. You want to have $1 million in there? Fine. But, and this is a big but, there are strict limits on how that money gets in there. If you are using the mobile app to deposit a check, which is how most of you will do it, you need to look at your app right now. Your limit for mobile check deposits is unique to you. When you first start, it might be $5,000 or $10,000. For some, it might be higher. But if you have a $25,000 check from a consulting contract and your mobile limit is $5,000, you have a problem. You're sitting there with a piece of paper that you can't turn into digital digits. That creates fear, doesn't it? The fear that you can't access your own wealth. Then there is the ACH transfer, moving money from your old bank to Novo. Usually, for incoming ACH transfers, Novo is happy to take whatever you send. But if you are trying to pull money from another bank using the Novo app, those limits are often capped, sometimes around $5,000 to $10,000 per day. And cash? Oh, this is where it gets tricky for my retirees who like the feel of a $20 bill. You cannot walk up to an ATM and feed it cash for a Novo account. You can't. If you have cash from a yard sale or a local craft fair, you have to go buy a money order, make it out to yourself, and then deposit that money order as a check through the app. It's a multi-step process, and if you don't know that, you're going to be driving around town looking for a way to deposit your cash until you're blue in the face. Now, why do they do this? It's about risk. They don't know you yet. They are protecting themselves, but in doing so, they might be making your life difficult. So, what is your actionable takeaway? What do you do so you aren't caught off guard? Number 1, you must be proactive. Don't wait until you have a huge check in your hand to find out your limit. Open your Novo app, go to the account info or settings section, and find your transaction limits. Write them down. Know them like you know your own phone number. Number 2, if those limits are too small for your life, if you're about to receive a large settlement, a pension payout, or a big business payment, you don't just sit there. You can request a limit increase. But you have to do it before you need it. You go into the support section of the app and you tell them, I am a responsible person, here's what I do, and I need my deposit limits raised. They look at your history. They look at your balance. If you show them you are a person of integrity with a solid track record, they can and will move those goalposts for you. Number 3, have a backup plan. In retirement, diversification isn't just for your stocks, it's for your access to cash. Never have just one bucket. If you have a Novo account for your small business, keep a local credit union account or a traditional bank account where you can walk in and talk to a human being. If a check is too big for the Novo app, you deposit it at the local bank, let it clear, and then wire or ACH the funds over. You have worked too hard to let a computer algorithm tell you that you can't deposit your own money. Understand the rules of the digital road. Check your limits today, ask for more if you need it, and always, always stay in control of your financial destiny. Because if you don't, nobody else will. Now, go check those apps.